The scoop. The scoop. Hey, what's up? This is your girl Ashley Marie, and you're tuned into The Scoop, your one stop for all things love, lifestyle, and relationships on MorrisMediaLive.com.
I said, welcome to the school. You know it's time to tune in. You gotta tell all your friends, girl, welcome to the school. You know it's time to tune in. You better tell all your friends, homie, welcome to the school. The time is now, tune in. You better buzz in your friends, y'all, welcome to the school. Gather round, tune in. Now let the show begin. Hey, look, it's time to tune in. If you not, then you faking it. The best topics, love, lifestyle, and relationships. The dopest host in the world, Ashley Marie, holding it down from 7:30 to the 9:00 p.m. You better tell a friend every Wednesday night, cause you know she going in. They breaking the hottest artist in the game right now. No competition, so she in her own lane right now. You need the latest and the greatest, somebody that's gonna debate it. Well, we got it on lock, I know they hate it. See, you can learn a lot if you choose to pay attention. We talk world news, sports, don't let me fail to mention how to get your money right, so you can live a lovely life. Call in and get you some advice. It's not a game no more, we taking over the airwaves. MorrisMediaLive.com to catch the replay. You know it's time to tune in. You gotta tell all your friends, girl, welcome to the school. You know it's time to tune in. You better tell all your friends, homie, welcome to the school. The time is now, tune in. You better buzz in your friends, y'all, welcome to the school. Gather round, tune in. Now let the show begin.
What's up, you guys? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to The Scoop. I am your host, Ashley Marie. We are your one stop for all things love, lifestyle, and relationships. And I'm so excited about tonight's show. It's all about female empowerment. The woman empowerment movement is going strong right now. We are so excited to have in studio fashion designer, entrepreneur, and I'll say all-around fashionista, Miss Kisha Waters. Welcome to The Scoop, Kisha.
Thank you.
Welcome. I have to clap you up myself. All right. So thank you, like I said, again, for coming. And I'm so excited to have you. You have some exciting things going on this weekend. But you're a businesswoman. You're a fashion designer. You do a lot of things socially. So tell us a little bit about this Bosses Brunch that you have coming up.
Yes, the Movement LA Bosses Brunch is this Saturday, June 16th.
Okay.
Me and a friend of mine, Brandy from Lux Curves Magazine, she's the owner of Lux Curves Magazine, decided to come together and do a Bosses Brunch where we will be honoring Echo Sounds, Karen Civil.
Okay.
And we have an amazing panel that'll be teaching other entrepreneurs and other women that are trying to be their own boss and how they can go about doing that.
Okay. That sounds good. So there's a lot of women empowerment brunches out right now. It's like every time you're on IG, you see a flyer for one, right?
Yeah.
So what sets yours apart? Like, what's going to be different?
Well, first, if you check the hashtag Bosses Brunch and you go back far enough, you'll see that we were the first brand who branded the Bosses Brunch.
Wow.
And this is not our first year. 2 years ago, we did it. So I would say, number one, we're honoring women. We're honoring our sisters that we see that are thriving in their field. And also, the brunch, the panelists aren't just going to sit on the panel and leave. Okay. After we have the panelists speak, they're going to go down and speak to the women that purchased their tickets that want to know more about branding themselves and building their brands.
Okay. And what brand is the Bosses Brunch under?
It's under K Waters GGI Lifestyle.
Okay, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Okay.
And Lux Curves Magazine.
And Lux Curves, and that's Brandy's.
Yes.
Okay, it's Brandy's. Okay, so now you guys are honoring Karen Civil. And she explained to me what it is that she does.
She's a mogul.
Okay.
So pretty much she does a lot of work for a lot of artists in the industry, and she also does like a lot of community work, and she's in politics, and she's pretty much winning at anything that she does. If you need branding or anything like that, that's where she comes in. Okay.
So is she going to be available for entrepreneurs to talk to? You don't know. You're like, I don't want to promise anything, but possibly. Okay. All right. So so what's the lineup? So it starts with the brunch at what time?
The brunch starts at 11:45 and it ends at 3:00.
Okay.
So there'll be plenty of food, and it's all you can drink mimosas and sangrias. And that's sponsored by Mad Diva.
Okay.
And then the fashion show mixer starts at 4:30.
Okay.
So we'll be having 5 designers showcase their line, including mine, and 3 artists will be performing.
Okay. Are they surprise artists, or can you?
Yes, we have Solaire of the Soul Slaves. He'll be performing. Tierra Monet. She's been in LA and she's been performing live around for a while now. She's an R&B singer.
Okay.
And then we'll have Stevie Dove from the 7 Percenters. He'll be performing, which he performs every year at the Movement LA event. So this is our 4th Movement LA event.
Oh, this is the 4th annual one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So you guys have been doing this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That sounds exciting. So how can people attend?
Pretty much they can go to the Movement LA Instagram. They can click the link in the bio and they can purchase their tickets or the movementla.eventbrite.com. So they can go straight to Eventbrite or they can go through social media and they'll find the link.
Okay. So basically female entrepreneurs can go to your event, expect to just gain some good insight on how to grow their businesses and how to take things to the next level for themselves.
Yes. And the fashion show and mixer is that same day, and that's for everybody. That's not just for women.
Okay.
That's for everyone.
Everyone, okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. So now let's talk a little bit about your brands that you have, because you have quite a bit going on as well. You have KWF Style Lounge.
Yes.
What is that? Tell me about that.
Okay, so
Sounds
what it
so
is
fun.
K Waters Fashion Style Lounge.
Okay.
But my page got deleted.
Oh, okay.
My original page got deleted.
Why?
At like almost 5,000 followers. Somebody just hacked it, and they were able to gain access to it, and I wasn't able to gain that access.
So the hacker took over the whole entire
yeah.
thing. Oh my God. What were they posting?
They didn't really post anything.
They just took over it.
They just took over it. I didn't have access to it anymore. Okay. So then I just had to change the name. But it's still the same. The company is still K Waters Fashion Style.
Mm-hmm. So what is it? Is it just like a blog?
That's my boutique.
That's the actual boutique.
Yeah, K Waters Fashion Style Lounge is the boutique where I put out my collections, which is Heavenly K and Betty Jean so far. And then K Waters GGI Lifestyle is the lifestyle brand. And I think that's what you were referring to.
Okay, yeah, that's more of the blog.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so the lifestyle brand, what can people expect from that? Just to get
style
inspiration?
Style inspiration, and I pretty much highlight like fashion or anything that I feel is cool or dope or anything like that. And I also post like my travels, like when I go to New York for New York Fashion Week, I'll post things like that, or anybody that I meet of influence that gives me any kind of knowledge, or if they sit down with me, I'll write about it on the blog or something like that.
Okay, nice. I like that. New York Fashion Week. I did see you post something about that, but that was like last year.
Yeah.
Right? So what was that experience like going to
Well, last year I got really sick, but the year before last I had a really beautiful time in New York Fashion Week, but this previous year I got sick because it was really cold. It was the winter time.
Did you get to go to any of the shows?
I went to a lot of the shows.
While you were sick?
Yes.
Okay.
I was in New York. I had to go.
Okay.
So, the shows were really nice. But this year we're going back, and my collection is going to be a part of the actual show. So,
oh, wow.
That's a big step.
Okay. But, so your collection is going to be a part of New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
High five.
Thank you.
All right. So when you went to New York Fashion Week, because this is kind of like a big deal. If someone's into fashion, New York Fashion Week is like the Super Bowl of fashion, right? So what designers inspired you the most when you were there?
Last year, who inspired me?
No one? None of the designers? So you felt like, so what did you learn? Like, if none of them inspired you, what did you learn not to do?
I would say, honestly, I just learned, there's so many shows in New York for New York Fashion Week. I went to about 7.
Okay.
So I can't say all of the designers weren't good.
But the ones you experienced.
I can say they were good. I just weren't like, I wasn't wowed. But the year before that, I was really wowed at pretty much almost everyone's collection at New York Fashion Week.
What designers?
I would say the year before last, Cardinal Fashion Week put on a show.
Okay.
Their collection. I was really impressed by their line.
Okay. Well, did you go to any of the big shows? Like,
that was a really big show.
like the Gucci or...
Well, we know what Gucci has. So I really...
You didn't want to do that. You wanted to go to more
I know
of
what
the...
Gucci has. Yeah. So I wanted to go like to the designers that are creating their line still.
Okay.
Whether it's not like, 50 people.
Yeah.
And you hire them and you say, create a line for me. So I wasn't really interested in those shows. I was more interested in designers that are still designing.
Okay. So since the Boss's Brunch is going to be giving tips on entrepreneurship and women that are in business, helping them grow their business, what tips can you give them now? Like what are 5 like entrepreneur, female boss, woman empowerment tips you can give them?
In the beginning of building your business, if you have an idea, just do it. Don't think too much because you'll be thinking for 5 years.
Yeah,
and you won't do anything,
and you're not moving on it, right?
So I would say just do it. If it doesn't take you out of your comfort zone, it's probably something you shouldn't be doing because anything that anything that we're supposed to be doing here that's going to leave some kind of stamp on the earth is going to take you out of your comfort zone. I would say invest in your business, and I would say build your own platform. And pretty much that's what I've been doing for the last...
How do you continue to push yourself out of your comfort zone?
By doing events like this. Like, I have a team, Evita Milan, she's the fashion show coordinator, but like everything... Me and Steve pretty much put together the whole show. He's with the 7 Percenters. Okay. So just building my own platform and each year making sure that the event is bigger and bigger. Last year we had about 600 in attendance. Wow. The year before that it was about 7. So
where's the event at? Where is it held at?
It is downtown LA in a New York style loft. It's huge. At first it was at Sofitel, but we couldn't. It was too small for the
amount of people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How much are tickets?
The fashion show tickets start off at $10, and they go up to $27. Okay, and the brunch that's affordable. The brunch tickets start off at $25, and they go up to $50.
Okay, so what's the price difference
on what you'll get? Yeah, it depends on what you get. Like if you want, so you get a ticket. Say you get your VIP ticket. You'll get a huge gift bag. That our sponsors put stuff in a gift bag. You'll get all you can drink mimosas and sangrias, and you can get all you can eat, brunch for as long as the brunch lasts. Gotcha. For the $27 ticket, you get 2 plates, 2 drinks, and a gift bag.
Oh, that's actually a really good deal. Is the food going to be good?
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Shout out to Chef Kiki. She's sponsoring the whole event. Okay. It's going to be very good.
So what's on the menu? Waffles?
I'm not telling.
You're not telling? You got to go to find out. I like that. All right, well, why don't we take a quick break? If you're just tuning in, we're hanging out here with Miss Kisha Nicole Waters. She is a fashion designer, stylist, influencer, and fashionista. She has an upcoming women's empowerment brunch called the Boss's Brunch or Boss's Brunch. If you look up that hashtag on IG, you'll find out all about it. And if you guys want to call in to chat with her, you can. The phone number here at the studio is 323-293-3375. But we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get into Drake's Underground Kings, and we'll be right back with more of The Scoop and with Miss Kisha Nicole. So.
Bridge over troubled water, ice in my muddy water. Rich off a mixtape, got rich off a mixtape. Probably show whatever lately. I've been on a roll and I do it for the city, cause you know the city.
Welcome back to the Scoop, you guys. That was Drake with Underground Kings. You are tuned into the Scoop. I'm your host, Ashley Marie. We're hanging out here with fashionista, entrepreneur, and boss babe, Miss Kisha Nicole Waters. Hey. So we're learning all about her upcoming event, her Boss's Brunch event that's being held this Saturday, June 16th, right? Is it
Yes,
16th?
June 16th,
okay.
this Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday, downtown LA. So you guys can go online and get your tickets. But before we get back into our interview with Miss Kisha Nicole, we have our very own financial guru on the line, Mr. Yo Harrison. He's going to be sharing with us some of his wonderful financial tips that he brings to us every week. Yo.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Scoop.
Oh, well, thank you. It's been a while.
What wonderful financial tips do you have for us this week?
Don't spend all your money on clothes.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I think I got that down.
Say it again.
I said I think I got that down. I actually never shop. But I don't.
You never shop.
I said I never shop. I very seldom shop. But I don't think our guest likes that tip.
I know that's I was throwing a little shade, but
I
it's
know.
okay.
I got it.
It's okay. I like to shop. I have to admit, I just went and did some. It's summer. I need new summer wardrobe shopping myself.
Good for you.
But it's all about moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Moderation is always a good thing.
Where did you go shop, yo?
I'm Nordstrom's rack shopper.
Okay, so that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonable and necessary.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm tall and slim, so it's actually very difficult to shop for leisure wear. And I'm not how do I say? I'm not as fashion forward as my 16-year-old son is.
No, you're not. Sorry.
So, thanks. I appreciate you co-signing that.
Well, Seth is a cool kid.
That's true.
And you're a dad,
so
it's like
yeah. So I
you just have to
I'm
accept
happy
it.
with. Yeah, I'm just trying to not, not look almost 40. You know what I mean?
Right. That's okay.
So anywho, speaking of 40, let's talk about some money.
Yes.
Johannes Harrison, Money Script Wealth Management. You can find me at moneyscriptwealth.com, at the Money Script on Instagram and Twitter. And it's been a little while, but I know the last time I was with you, we talked about taking it back to the basics. And I believe last time we talked about a Roth IRA. I think it was right before tax time.
Yes.
And we talked about how a Roth IRA worked. And I promised we would talk about just the investments you can put inside the Roth IRA. So I wanted to give a broad overview of the things that you can invest in when it comes to buying stocks and stuff like that online, because it's more than just stocks. So I don't know, Ashley, were you aware that when you at your bank, the money you put in your bank account is considered an investment as well?
It is?
It is. It actually is, especially if you use a savings account or a money market account.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very low risk investment, but it is an investment because the money while it's there is earning interest for you.
Okay.
Your checking account, not so much, because usually checking accounts don't pay too much interest, but it is still an investment because it's money that's earning for you.
Yeah.
It's probably the lowest risk that you can be is the money that's in your savings account. Not probably, it is. Money that's in your savings account or money market account.
And I was going to say your savings account doesn't earn much interest.
It doesn't earn much.
Yeah.
It doesn't earn much. And it doesn't right now. But here's the thing. If you go back to the mid-90s, late 80s, savings accounts and money market accounts were paying 8-9%. So there was a time. And it's really the rate that they pay has a lot to do with the federal funds rate.
Okay.
The rate the government is paying and how banks loan money to each other.
Okay.
So interest rates have been really low. So that's why, speaking of other types of bank investments, you have what's called a CD, a certificate of deposit. By CDs and money market accounts, the interest rate is really, really low. It's like 0, 1%. Maybe you find 2% if you will lock up your money for 6 months to a year.
But they're typically higher than just a traditional savings, like just
It
your
is higher than
basic
traditional
savings.
And so today I was working with a young lady. She saved up almost $100,000. She saved up in her savings account, and she's preparing to buy a house,
Okay.
but not till next year. When I looked at the interest she's earned on her savings account year to date, it was $3. She had between $80,000 and $100,000 between January and now with her savings rate, and she earned $3 on it.
Wow.
If she put that money into a 3-month CD in the same time frame, she would have earned about $30.
Okay.
So I think, cool, $30 is still not that much, but
Right.
it's a hell of a lot more than
$3, yeah.
So, and because she's not planning to buy the house to next year, I talked to her about doing maybe a 1-year CD or a 6-month CD, where in that same time, over a year, she could earn about $2,000. Now, when you compare $2,000 to what would be, 10 by the end of the year if she had just left it in her savings account, I mean, that's real money.
Yeah.
That's real money. It starts to add up. So if you're willing to put your money away for a little bit more time, then you can earn a little bit more interest on it.
And that's
CDs,
with the CD.
Excuse me?
And that's with the CD.
That's with a CD.
Okay.
With a CD. But you got to be willing to lock your money up. If you take it out early, there's typically a penalty, and you can sometimes give up the interest as well. It depends on the type of CD that you purchase.
Okay.
But you can walk right into your bank, wherever you bank. They probably offer CDs for as low as $1,000 you can put into a CD. So I personally have, I keep my deductibles for my auto insurance. I keep it in a CD. So I took a higher deductible on my insurance.
So you can have a
instead of
lower
$500, I did $1,000, and then I put $1,000 in the CD, and $1,000 in CD for my wife's car and $1,000 in CD for my car. So if we ever have to pay our deductible, I just liquidate that CD. When I did that, that caused my auto insurance to go down by about 10% as well. So I saved some money on my premium.
Right.
And my money that's sitting in that CD is earning, I think it's earning 2%.
Okay.
So $1,000, 2%. I make $20 on the money sitting there. I'm okay with that.
Nice.
And I know I always have my deductible.
Yeah. That's good. I like that. I like that strategy. What are some things that people like if I want to go open up a CD at the bank, what do I need to be mindful of?
So the first thing you need to be mindful of is the term of the CD. So how long does the money have to sit in the CD for you to be able to before you can take it out?
Right.
Unless you plan on investing more than $250,000, you don't have to worry about the bank going out of business.
Okay.
Because CDs are FDIC insured by the bank and the FDIC insurance. So if you have less than $250,000, then you don't have to be concerned about the bank going out of business.
Okay.
So for those of us like myself that doesn't have $250,000 to put into a CD, you should first be concerned with the term. When can you take your money out? Is it a 1-month CD, a 3-month CD, a 6-month, a 9-month, or 12-month, or 24? Second thing you want to know is what is the rate? So how much are they going to pay you during that amount of time? Now keep in mind, if let's say you would put $1,000 into a 6-month CD that's paying 1%, it doesn't mean you get $10 at the end of 6 months, because the 1%, that's an APR, annual percentage rate. So at the end of 6 months, you'd get $5 because it'd only be half of the year that the money that was invested.
Okay.
And the last thing you want to know is the interest paid monthly, or is it paid at the end of the term? Most CDs is paid at the end of the term. Some credit unions will have CDs that roll over or mature monthly. They call them certificates. So that you're earning interest every month, and then the next month you have one more dollar that's earning interest for you, and the next month it's $2 that are earning interest, so forth and so on. Outside of that, if you go to usually your discount brokerage houses, so your Charles Schwab's of the world, your what's the other one? It's not TD. Is it TD Ameritrade now? think it's still TD Ameritrade. They took over Scottrade. Bank of America has Merrill Edge, I believe. But those discount brokerage houses, typically you can buy CDs from any bank in the country. So a lot of times banks will have teaser rates. So that's something I do for clients a lot when they're building their reserve or they're saving for a house. Is I'll be able to buy a CD from some bank in Tennessee that may have, a 3% teaser rate because it's a brand new bank, and everybody else. So, if you're willing to spend a little time and look, it can be worth a good amount of money for you, especially if it's money that's just sitting there and it's sitting in your savings account, literally gathering dust, because $3, it costs them more than that to send you a statement that telling you that you got $3.
Right.
So if you're willing, that's what's typically at your bank. In order to get anything outside of your bank, you're going to have to go to one of the brokerage houses to get into bonds and stock and mutual funds and ETFs. Those are offered by brokerage firms. But if you're just dealing with your bank, and even if you're dealing with the online bank like Ally Bank, they have CDs. What's the other online bank? Now I'm telling you who doesn't have CDs. Your internet banks, your PayPals, your Venmos, your Cash App. People that have lots of money sitting in those applications, it earns nothing.
Right.
The only ones earning money on those platforms. I love the convenience that those platforms offer, but I don't love the financial ignorance that sometimes comes with them. For instance, I'll meet a lot of people where they'll say, when I dine out, I only spend, $300 a month on dining out. But then when I go through their expenses, I find 500 Venmo charges. Like, what's that? Oh, I don't even know. I'm like, okay. And Venmo doesn't send you a statement and tell you why you gave, your best friend $35 that night. So that it can cause you to be.
Kind of just type it in too.
But then it's not like you go back and you're looking at your Venmo statement every month, how much money you're spending, or if it was a friend that, were you splitting the Uber, or were you splitting the food? Right. Like I say, sometimes it can get out of hand. So I have to sometimes tell, especially my younger clients, because they're very tech savvy. They need to, just be careful and be mindful of how much money is sitting, or how much money is being paid out through the platforms, and how much money is just sitting on the platform earning nothing. I did meet someone who she had 2 roommates, and she was paying the rent, and her roommates were just Venmoing her, and she had almost a year's worth of roommates' rent just sitting in her Venmo account because she made good money. But we were talking like almost $30,000 just sitting in Venmo, earning 0. So, not a huge fan of that, because Venmo's making money. Yeah. I know they are, because Venmo's owned by PayPal, and PayPal stock has been going crazy. But anyhow, we can talk about stocks another day.
Okay.
The moral of the story this evening is, if you have money, that you have like for a cash reserve, a rainy day fund, maybe you're saving for a house, or you're just the type of person who likes to keep some cash in the bank. Make sure that money that's lying around, that not just the bank is making money on that money, because they are. The more money you give them, that's what they get to lend based on how much money they receive. And when they loan money to people, they charge interest.
Right.
Well, this way that you can get in on the interest game as well by looking into money market accounts, CDs. If you don't like what your bank offers, go to bankrate.com. You can look right online. It'll tell you, CD rates all over the country. Or if you want help building what's called a CD ladder, which is a way to tier out your savings in multiple different rates, hit me up. I can show you how to do that. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
Because you have new money coming due. So that is the exciting world of savings. And just keep in mind, rates are going to keep going up. They're going to keep going up. They're always changing. But it's always good. You work hard, make your money work hard for you too.
Amen to that. How can people find you, Yo?
You can always you can pick up phone and call me directly if you like. My phone number is 310-462-3550.
Okay.
Or you can shoot me email or text, and you can do that on at the Money Script on Instagram, at the Money Script on Twitter. or you can go directly to my website, themoneyscript.com. No, excuse me, not just moneyscript.com.
Just moneyscript.com. All right. Well, thank you so much, yo, for those money saving tips that you shared with us tonight.
Maybe with the extra interest that's earned, you can go buy some more clothes.
Yeah, go shopping. And our guests, so you can go shopping with Kisha Waters.
Full circle. I just came all the way back. Yeah, I brought it back.
That's funny.
All right. Well, thanks so much, yo.
Back out.
All right.
You're welcome. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you too. All right, if you guys are just tuning in, you're tuned into The Scoop. That was our very own financial guru, Mr. Johans Harrison. He always comes with all of the jewels about finances, savings, smart investment tips, and just really good financial tips that he gives every week. So we're always lucky to have him on. We are hanging out here in studio with a fashion designer and entrepreneur, Miss Kisha Waters. She has an upcoming brunch geared towards female empowerment, empowering entrepreneurs, specifically women who are looking to grow their businesses and take things to the next level. So they are, herself and her partner, Brandy, right?
Yes.
Have worked really hard to put this Boss's Brunch, there's the flyer there, Boss's Brunch together. So we're really excited to learn more about that. But before we get into any more about Boss's Brunch, I'm interested in your journey. How did you get your start in the fashion industry? Oh, we have a call. Okay. Caller, you're on the line.
Hi, this is Brandy J from the original Boss's Brunch with Kisha Waters. I think she's there.
Oh,
Yes.
Brandy, hi. We were just talking about you.
Hopefully good thing.
Yeah. We're so excited about your event, Boss's Brunch.
Me too. I'm happy me and my sis did this. Well, I call her Mama's sis because she be acting like my mama and my sister.
Oh, I love that. I love that. What made you guys team up to get this started, Brandy?
Well, we clicked when I came to Kisha's event about 3 years ago, and I found the Movement LA online, and I went and when I contacted her, she called me back, and we were on the phone for the first time for like 2 hours, and we clicked instantly. And then when we met, it was like I've known her my whole life, and I actually I tell her all the time I prayed for a friend like her, and we instantly just clicked. And when I can find someone that I can do business with and have a personal relationship and who can deal with my crazy ways, that's a blessing because I'm a handful. And I was like, let's just do something. And she was like, let's do it. And so that's how the Boss's Brunch brand was born.
You guys just birthed it from there.
Yeah.
What an amazing story. Why don't you tell everyone about what you do? What is your brand, Brandy?
I am the CEO of Lux Curves Magazine. We're the only upscale publication for curvy plus-size women. I'm also the host of Lux Curves TV with Brandy J. That's streaming on New You Network and Connect Network.
Okay.
And I'm also a media personality. I have my book coming out this year, The Unshakable Curvy Confidence, and I'm a motivational speaker as well.
Oh, I love that. So your brand is definitely geared around women's empowerment, hence Boss's Brunch. So I love that you guys, you ladies were able to team up and come up with this awesome event. What's next for your brand, and what's next for Boss's Brunch from your perspective?
Well, from my perspective, it's not just my perspective, it's both of me and Kisha's perspective is to go and travel with the brand and hit different cities. That's where I see it. Well, that's where we both see it going to New York, going to Atlanta, going to Chicago, going to a lot of major cities in the next couple years. And for my brand, we have so much coming up with the Lux Curves brand and just starting to film season 2 of Lux Curves TV and getting ready to launch my book at the end of the year and just continuing to do great campaigns and brands that are for body empowerment and women loving themselves.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Brandy. Where can people find you on social media?
They can find me at Brandy Curvy J. It's Brandy with 2 E's, Curvy with a K. That's on all my social media platforms. And then with Lux Curves, it's Lux, Luxe, and Curves with a K. on all of our social media platforms. And we just released our June cover that she's also the creative director for Lux Curve. So she creative directed the June cover for Lux and the July cover, which I was going through pictures, the final edit selections today for the July cover that Kisha is the creative director of. So that's where you can find me. And, you know, if you can't find me, you can contact Kisha, and she ain't going to give you my information because she be like, do you know this person? I'm
Right.
like, no.
She's got to ask permission first.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can find us on all the social media outlets and just get ready for Kisha to Lux Curve TV.
Love that. Well, thank you so much, Brandy, for calling in. We're so excited about all the wonderful things you're doing, too.
Thank you
for
so
women
much. And
empowerment.
thank you so much for having my sister and myself on your platform. I really appreciate all the support we've been getting. And LA is my other favorite city between LA and New York. I'm in San Diego, so I'm always working on to get my butt up there more often.
Yes. Come up here.
I am. My daughter has one more year of high school, and then I'm like, okay, I got Keisha. I was like, you got to come. I was like, I know, sis. When we in LA together, they don't know what's going to happen.
Right. It's all good things. All good things. Well, you have a good night, Brandy, and thanks for calling in.
You too. Thank you so much.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. You know what's so amazing when, you actually meet somebody that has maybe not the same exact vision as yours, but you guys are on the same journey as far as building up a creative pursuit and building a business around it, which is often hard for creatives to do, right? Because it sounds like, just talking to her and talking to you, it sounds like you guys are creative minds. You really work with the right side of your brain, right?
Right.
And it's hard to sometimes for people to tie in the left side of their brain to make it all work and make business sense. So I commend you guys for that.
Thank you.
So what made you get your start in fashion? How did all this begin for you?
Well, I always loved fashion, but I was working in property management for years.
Wow.
And I just decided to open an online store.
Mm-hmm.
I was convinced by a friend of mine, and so I just went ahead and did it. I was always in the mall buying clothes and, with her in Houston. I was actually in Houston at the time.
Okay.
So I started in 2009, and I was one of the first black women to have an online boutique. Back then, it wasn't really that popular. The online stores you had were already brands that we already knew about.
Right. It wasn't like people were starting their own.
Yeah. And it really wasn't a place like a big cartel or anything like that. So you would really have had to invest money into building your website and things like that back then. So I started back then. I always loved fashion, and it was something that I wanted to move forward with. And I did, and I did very well in Houston. And then I moved here, and I took about a year break, and I just kind of started over. And here it took a little longer because there's so many people doing the same thing.
Right.
So it took a little time, and that's what prompted me to start branding myself and building my own platform, because I didn't want to feel like I was in competition. I just wanted to kind of create and do my own thing and draw people into me rather than me chasing something.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how do you set yourself apart from all of the other online boutiques that are out there and all the other fashionistas that are out there? How does Kisha Nicole stand apart from those ladies?
Well, I can say there is similarities because there's only so via social media, you can only be so different. Like a boutique is going to be a boutique.
Right.
Right. But as far as lifestyle, that's kind of where it kind of changes.
That's where you can kind of brand yourself differently. So what would you say your lifestyle brand is?
Well, I would say that it's like a luxe lifestyle. I'm a fun girl, so... And I have a family, and I have children. So I'm not really into chasing, like, what I see on social media. So you'll never catch me, like, with my clothes off or anything like that. So I try to just be myself. through all of the changes that the world is going through and what we're looking at as normal now,
Okay.
I try to stay grounded in what my beliefs is and what my faith is.
Okay. So what does the KWF style lounge girl look like? What kind of lifestyle does she embody?
She's chic.
Mm-hmm.
She's classy.
Okay.
She's fun. She definitely has high standards.
I like that. High standards. Knowing that you have kids, because you're a mother of
3.
What, and you, like you just said, you had your background was in property management. What was that trigger point that made you say, okay, I'm going to leave this property management background alone, my guaranteed money, and I'm going to take the leap of faith and go into entrepreneurship?
My best friend is laughing because that was the hardest thing to do when you're used to making a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
And it's good and it's taking care of you and it has you live in a certain kind of way. I was just I just knew it was time to do it or to not do it at all.
Right. It's like either shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, and I was also like encouraged by other women that I saw like that left their 9 to 5 and really did it. Even though it was hard, I saw them do it and I see where they're at now. So it kind of helped me along the way.
Yeah. Cause you kind of,
there has to be a blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you jump right in? Did you just jump right into the ocean? Or did
I started the boutique in 2009. I didn't stop working until 2014.
Oh, okay. So it took about 5 years.
To work and do both. And then it just came a point where I was just like, either I'm going to do this all the way or I'm going to continue to work a 9 to 5. And I really just was disgusted with working a 9 to 5 at that point because I wanted to give all of my energy to what I loved.
your project.
And my kids were a little older. And so I kind of had a little more freedom to do that.
That's awesome. Alrighty. So how hard is the fashion industry? We hear all of these horror stories about like how cutthroat the fashion industry is. It is. They're all the horror stories are true?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So how have you overcome, or what are some challenges that you have had to overcome, and how did you do that?
Well, it's every day. It's constant. You create something. Another designer comes along and makes the same thing. But it's kind of like it's a part of the game.
The game.
Yeah. I would say people not really wanting to work together. It's more of like a competition. But really it's not, because it's billions of people in the world and there's only so many designers. So it's it's enough for all of us. But those are the only two things I can really say is staying focused on like the clothes and not so much of, it's a thin line between just being a designer and then the industry side of wanting your clothes on these big platforms. And if you just take it one day at a time and build your own platform, the energy that you want will come to you. And that's what I found after doing it for a couple of years.
Yeah. How did you create that energy and create that momentum? Did you just keep putting out content and product? Because I imagine that's got to be difficult to
consistency.
Yeah. Because you got to keep your you have to keep your creative juices flowing, right? So how do you stay inspired to be consistent?
Hard times make me work harder.
Yeah.
So if it's hard, then I'm going to continue. I don't know what it is about me. Like I enjoy the battle of it all. Okay. But I can say that prayer, and I came across the book about maybe 5 years ago, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and The Secret, and just programming myself to think a certain kind of way and kind of watching those things manifest. So kind of throwing anything like casting out negative thoughts helped me kind of get through all of the struggle of the
moments.
Yeah.
That's actually that's very true. You have to mindset is like key.
Yeah.
If the mindset is messed up, no amount of talent or hard work can help you overcome some challenges that you might see. But back to what you were saying about you creating a design and then having another designer create something. I wanted to talk to you about that because how do you deal with copycats? Because I feel like in the social media age, people are always trying to copy you. They want to, it's frustrating. Like, you don't want to get mad about it, but it's just like, okay, you're copying me, but you don't really know the struggle that it took to get to a certain place. So how do you not allow, because I know you probably get people copying you. How do you not get distracted?
I don't get distracted. I do sometimes get frustrated.
Frustrated, right?
But I don't get frustrated, by people that, like, even whether it's in my inbox or on their posts where they say whether they were inspired. Like, I was inspired by this person. This is how I got this look, or this is why I did this. But it's more so the people that follow you, don't say anything, don't like anything, watch every story.
I am so glad you are saying this.
Watch every story and then do exactly what you do and then act like they created it.
You know what? You just preached a word. You just preached a word. I cannot tell you how frustrating that is.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to be inspired by one. That's the beautiful thing about social media. We're all inspired by each other. Like, oh, it's cool. I like how she did that. I like how he did that. But with that being said, show love.
Show love.
Hit like, comment.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that.
They don't want to do that.
They don't want to do that, but you're going to turn around and copy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem.
So now I don't really follow anyone that, especially on so my lifestyle brand is a company. Mm-hmm. So I follow influencers and I follow, people in media and things like that. I'm really not too much on the timeline there. I just kind of post and, kind of see what influencers are doing what and show them love on my platform. Mm-hmm. But on my personal page, I literally follow influencers and media people and fashionistas that follow me. Like, I literally I don't follow anyone that I feel is doing that to me at this point.
You'll unfollow them if you feel like they do that.
Yeah, and I don't mind. I don't mind the message. Hey, you unfollow me? Yes.
Oh, you've had people message you? Mm-hmm. Do you have the app that tells you who unfollowed you?
I have the app that tells me who's just looking at my page. That's just on there hanging out.
Oh, and they don't show you any kind of. Yeah, I think I have that app, but I do have the app that shows who unfollows.
Yeah,
and then I just unfollow them. Yeah, too. Like, okay, if you want to be that way,
right?
You want to be ugly, I'll unfollow you. So what influencers are influencing you right now? Like, who are you inspired by?
I would have to say, who's influencing me right now? I would have to say Karen Civil.
Okay.
I would say, it's so crazy because I've been in my own little world the last 3-4 months. Mm-hmm. But I would have to say Karen Civil. As far as fashion,
what about Karen Civil inspires you?
She's just dope.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's busy.
Okay.
And it's she's not just posting, like, it's her real life. Like, I'm really busy. I'm really working. And I've been working for a long time. Like, we've watched her work we've literally watched her brand grow for years now on social media. So it's people like that. And it's also like Jasmine Ashley. like, she's my beautician, but
Mm-hmm.
she, like, inspires me. Like, she built her brand.
Mm.
She has her salon. She does very well. She has celebrity clients. But not only that, she treats her clients that are not celebrities like they are. Like, everybody gets treated equally in her salon. And her customer service is awesome. Like, I'm really inspired by women that they're not only winning, but their character. Like, they're really sweet people
Like
in
who
real
they
life.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I really love Echo of Echo Sounds. Like, she is the most humblest person. And she doesn't have to be. Like, she's really, like, has a slew of clients, and she's doing well, and but she's just really connected. If you're talking to her, she's really listening. She's really paying attention. And so I really appreciate her and her support towards me.
Right.
You know, so it's just women like that right now that I see that I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like
can.
character and integrity, like, really sets you apart.
I could really say, like, celebrities' names, but I don't know them personally.
So you can't say that for sure.
No, so I can't really say that, you know, for sure.
And speaking of your hairstylist, did you just cut your hair?
I did, you
Okay.
guys.
I
have been wearing weaves since I was, like, 16.
Okay.
And for 2 years, I was just tired, but I just continued to do it because that's what I was used to. And a little bit of fear, but I wanted to cut my hair for like 2 years. And so one day, I was just like, you know what, I'm going to do it.
And you did it.
And I did it.
And
I looked the same.
I was going to
Because
say.
for 2 years, I thought I was going to look like this totally different person. And then, like, I look the same.
You look exactly the same. And not everyone can pull off a haircut, but your haircut's super cute on you.
Thank you.
You have to have like a certain face.
You do, and you have to have a person that knows how to cut hair.
That's true too.
And it's gonna tell you the truth, like, okay, this cut is not gonna look good on you. Look at all of these looks. These are gonna look good with your face.
Did you cry after you got your haircut?
No.
No?
I didn't.
You felt liberated?
But on the inside, I did. But yeah, I was really excited, even though I wasn't used to the look. Like, I was like, oh, I don't know.
Right.
Maybe I'm gonna go buy me a lace next week. You know, like, I didn't know. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Okay.
But the more time I spent with it, the more I liked it. But
Awesome.
it doesn't mean I'm not gonna throw on a wig or something. But
Right.
I like my short hair. I don't have to do anything.
Super cute on you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we're gonna get more into your life, and I want to talk about how you manage entrepreneurship with being a wife and a mother as well, because I'm sure a lot of women have that challenge. So I want to delve into that, but we're gonna take a quick break. And then we'll come back with more with you. If you guys want to call in, feel free to join the convo, 323-293-3375. This is Cardi B with Be Careful, and we'll be right back with the scoop.
Yeah. Be careful with me. Do you know what you're doing? Whose feelings that you hurting and bruising?
Welcome back to the scoop, you guys. That was Cardi B with Be Careful with Me. It's a hot song right now. We are here in studio hanging out with fashionista, fashion designer, entrepreneur, all-around boss babe, Kisha Nicole Waters. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
Thank you.
So before we went to break, I was telling you that I want us to discuss how you manage being a mother, a wife, and a businesswoman. How do you wear all those hats effectively?
Honestly, I just do it.
Okay.
I was a mom before I was a business owner. So I have, been a mom for years, so that was easy. Now, having your own business and then having your life partner and then having to give him and then your children attention, that can get kind of tricky, especially like when you're leading up to a show like now.
Right.
So like the last 2 weeks, I've been like in my own like head. So I would say just like we have Sundays. On Sundays, neither one of us work. He doesn't work. I don't work, so we're able to spend time with each other.
Okay. So you have a set a set day that you guys spend.
Well,
and then your
when
kids
I'm
are a
putting-
little bit older too.
Yeah, like they're teenagers, so
Yeah.
they really don't want to be bothered anyway.
Right.
But but like when I'm putting on an event, it's like unless he's helping me with something, which he's always helping me with something.
Yeah, I was gonna say he seems like he's really supportive, which
Yes,
helps having like a
yes.
good partner.
Yes, he is always helping me with something. But like if I'm like just gone or on a run, he pretty much like lets me.
Do you?
Yeah.
That helps.
Because I'm like I like to cuddle. Like I like his attention. So I'm not gonna be gone too long.
Okay.
It's not gonna be like he can go and make an album and be in a zone for like a month, and I'm the person pulling him out the zone. Like, excuse me, I'm still here. Come spend time with me. But
Right.
like with him, he's really good at like kind of giving me my space and letting me like grow and do whatever I'm doing.
Okay. Alrighty. I love that. So the key is to find a good partner that's going to
Yes.
be supportive and
Or
understanding.
someone that kind of just like understands you or understands like whatever you have going on. Because it took me like 2 years to even come close to understanding his schedule or what he has going on.
Right, because he's in entertainment.
Yeah,
So I know
yeah.
that he works real hard and
Yeah.
has a lot of projects going on.
Yeah.
So how do you carve out time for yourself? Like that me time? Like what do you do to say, okay, this is Kisha's time. This is what I'm going to do to make sure I'm not neglecting
I just tell
myself.
everybody, with me, my family kind of knows. Like, I kind of get a little bit mean when I need my me time. And so they kind of like, oh, she's in the mood. And so everybody just kind of like, and I can just chill. I like watching Netflix on my me time.
What sign are you? Are you Gemini?
I am.
Okay. I'm getting Gemini vibes from
Yes.
you right now.
Yes.
I don't know how I knew that. I just knew that you were Gemini.
Yeah, so like, I enjoy being by myself. So like when I was a child, my dad used to make me come out and play with my brothers or spend time with the family because I'm always thinking like
You're
I'm
in
a
your
dreamer.
head all the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they can tell.
Yeah.
I'll zone out. Or like even like planning the event, if I'm doing one thing, like all day today, him and my friend Crystal was like, now wait a minute, you have to do this and you have to, like, I can get sidetracked really easily.
That's good that you have a good support team around you that can help you stay on track. Like,
Yeah.
all right, stay focused, stay focused. All right, so I want to know, let's talk about like the hot trends of 2018 that you're feeling. Like, what are some hot trends that you're digging this year?
Well, in the winter, I was really feeling all the red.
Okay.
I feel like everybody was being pretty bold as far as fashion was concerned. So I was feeling like the red lips, the red dresses. I see it.
Although it's summer, almost summer.
Yeah, I was feeling the red all winter. The red boots.
Oh, yeah,
was
the red
loving
boots
that.
are hot.
I was loving that. I was also feeling like the stripes. Like I still love it right now. Like the black and white
The stripes.
I was loving that look in like the big legged pants. And I didn't even get any.
Oh.
And I was just sitting up admiring people on Instagram like, oh, I love her pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really loving those this year.
Okay. All right. What looks are you over that you think should just be thrown away?
What am I really over?
Beauty and or fashion.
Beauty or fashion?
And or. Yeah, it can be either or. I can give you mine.
Okay, give me yours.
I'm tired, and I might get some mean messages, but I'm tired of lace fronts. I want them to all go away. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. They don't look natural, and I cringe every time I see them. So I want them to go away.
Really?
I don't like lace fronts.
You don't like lace fronts that you can tell that's a lace front?
I think I can tell that they're all lace fronts.
Every time.
Absolutely. I don't like them. I'm like, I think we can do better, guys.
I'm laughing because I'm like, have I had one? I don't think I've ever had one, but I always want one.
Really?
Yeah, when I see a good one, I'm like, oh, that looks like she can just put it up in a ponytail and go. She doesn't have to flat iron her hair at the top and break it out every day. And I see the benefits of it, but...
I see the benefits, but I'm just like...
You're just over it. I would say that I'm tired of... I know I'm going to get some messages on this one.
I know. I was like, I feel like you're hesitating and you know what it is that you want to say. Just say it.
I'm tired of everything with the exception of the jeans at Fashion Nova. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I do not like Fashion Nova. I am over Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova just dropped the men's line. Are you kidding?
I'm over it. Fashion Nova creates nothing on their own.
Ooh.
They are influenced by all of the trendsetters on social media, and they take it and then they pay our leading, social media girls to wear their stuff, and then all the other girls just kind of follow. Instead of, how we used to search for, who made that? Like, no, you can just go to Fashion Nova now and they're going to have it.
That's true.
If somebody created it, they're going to have it.
That's very true. So that brings me to my next question. What's the process? What's your design process? Like, do you sketch yourself?
I am horrible
at sketching.
My daughter is bomb at sketching.
I'm so glad you just said that, because there might be people, might be some young ladies out there that are like, I really love fashion, but I can't sketch. And you learn, people that probably go to
when you go to school,
they're like, you got to know how to sketch.
There are templates that they put under the paper to kind of help guide you. But my daughter's really good at taking whatever idea I have in my head and kind of putting it down on paper for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start with a sketch, help from your daughter.
Yes.
And then what's the next step from there?
Go buy your fabric. Well, first, before you even get to the sketch, you're inspired or you created. You're inspired by something in your head and you're like, oh, I kind of want to do this. Or I want to do this look. Or I want, somebody or something. I don't care if it was 50 years ago inspired you. Nothing's new under the sun. So let's just get that out there. Nothing is new under the sun. So you create your look. You sketch it or you get somebody to sketch it. You go buy your material. You budget for that. You decide how many pieces you want. And you go from there.
So when you design a piece, how many do you make typically? Do you just make like a full size run, like a couple smalls?
If I run out of ideas, I don't keep going. So I don't really give myself a number in the beginning. I need to stop saying but last year I did 10 for the Heavenly K.
Okay.
I did 10 looks. This year I have 15.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's Heavenly K 2.0. It's a lot of bright colors. It's a little bit different from last year's. But
and Heavenly K is the collection.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Heavenly K. So I started off with Betty Jean. That was my first collection. Then there was Heavenly K last year. Then this year is Heavenly K 2.0, and then I'm done with Heavenly K. Okay. So I'm already on to the next.
What's the next collection?
I haven't even thought of the name, but it's I already have that sketched.
What can people expect from the next collection?
Classic. It's very beautiful, cashmere, silk. The whole collection is cashmere and silk, black and cream. So it's really, really classy, really something that I haven't done.
You haven't done yet? Okay. Question from what you just said. From a fashion designer standpoint, what was your thoughts on the royal wedding dress that Meghan Markle wore?
Lord, they could have did so much more.
Okay, so she's
so beautiful, and I felt like what was the young lady's name that married the brother a couple of years prior?
Yeah, Kate Middleton.
I liked her
Kate
dress.
Middleton.
I liked her dress. I didn't like this dress.
You didn't love it, okay.
It's not that it was ugly. It was just so plain.
Okay.
So I wasn't.
So we can expect a little bit more zhuzh from your classic line.
Yeah.
Even though she was going for a classic look, but you...
Oh, it's still going to have character to it. I think that was my issue with the dress. I felt like you can go to what is it, David
Bridal,
and buy that dress. And I'm like, you're marrying a royal. Why would they pick that dress? Why?
Who was your favorite? Who was the best dressed at the royal wedding to you? Anybody stood out? Anybody stood out as the worst dress? I just set you up. You set you up.
That is horrible. I would say Idris,
Sabrina.
his
fiance.
His fiance.
The best or the worst?
The worst.
Okay.
The Gucci sweater.
It wasn't bad. Like I thought that the outfit itself wasn't bad. I just think that it wasn't for that event.
It wasn't for that event. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone else was kind of dressed like Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And there's so much you can do with that. And I guess she was just like,
I'm going to just throw this cardigan on and hit this royal wedding.
I look good, boo. He was like, yeah. And they were like, let's go.
Can't be mad at that. Well, I'm so excited that you came to hang out with me tonight. Again, this is designer Kisha Waters. She has the Bosses Brunch, and tell everybody where they can go buy their tickets. That event's going on this Saturday, June the 16th, and it starts at 11:45.
So the brunch is at 11:45, and you can go to themovementla.eventbrite, or you can go to the link in our bio at The Movement LA on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter.
Okay.
And then the fashion show and mixer starts at 4:00, same location, and you can go to the same platforms and purchase your tickets.
Alrighty. And the tickets are very affordable.
Yes.
I love that. And where can people find your fashions?
Kisha Nicole _23. That's KISHA Nicole _23, or KWatersFashions.com.
All right. Do you want to give out your personal IG?
I did.
Oh, okay. That was it. Okay. Sorry. I just heard fashion. So I was like, all right, do you want to give out your personal one? Well, I do thank you for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. I'm so excited about the brunch and what you and Brandy are cooking up. I know you girls are working on some amazing things. And
we are.
Keep it going. Keep the momentum going. We're also excited for you guys.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Well, this has been another episode of The Scoop. Until next time. You guys can reach us or reach The Scoop at thescooponair@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Instagram at Ms. Ashley Marie. You can find The Scoop on Instagram at The Scoop on Air, and on Facebook, the same handles. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a good night. Ciao.